Hello, welcome to Carnegie Library Pittsburgh's Kids Club at Home. My name is Kate and I'm happy that you're here. Today's activity is going to be making two different types of spinning tops. Both of these you can make with supplies that you probably already have at home. The science behind the tops are explained through the laws of motion, forces, and gravity. And I learned about this from these two books. The first one is Amazing Makerspace Movers by Kristina A. Holzweiss. And the other one is Super Simple Experiments with Forces by Paige v. Polinsky. And you can order these books online to pick up at your favorite neighborhood location. I wanted to remind you that every summer Carnegie Library celebrates summer reading, and while our program may look a little bit different this year, summer reading is still important for reading and exploration in the out-of-school months. This year we're asking Pittsburgh youth to read 5, #read5. So that could be books, ebooks, audiobooks, graphic novels, or anything else that's of interest. This helps prepare kids and teens for the transition back to school and fend off summer slide. Best of all, it encourages lifelong reading habits. You can register at our website, www.carnegielibrary.org/summer, and log what you read on the Beanstack Tracker app. And I encourage you to stop by your favorite neighborhood CLP location to pick up a free book. So for today's icebreaker question, we're going to continue on thinking about summer reading. And I'm curious about your favorite way to read. Do you prefer to read on a tablet or a phone? Do you like audiobooks, or do you really just prefer to hold a book in your hand and turn the pages? Personally, I love listening to audiobooks, and you can find me wearing my big dorky over-the-head earphones listening to audiobooks when I'm doing chores at home or walking. I really like them because they don't fall off my head, unlike the pods. But you can let us know in the comments what your favorite way to read is, and if you want to check out some audiobooks or ebooks, you can get the Hula app or the Libby app and see what's on there. There's a ton of stuff. You can always give us a call if you have any questions about either of those platforms. Don't forget that if you wanted to leave us suggestions for activities, you can always leave those in the comments as well. Thanks. As I mentioned, today's activity explores the science behind the theories of motion, forces, and gravity. Science, the S in STEAM, supports your child's ever-developing understanding about the world around them. A sturdy background knowledge will support reading comprehension skills. And in addition, science-based inquiry helps your child develop critical thinking skills. Critical thinking skills support problem solving and independent thinking. Okay, let's get started on the first top. We are going to use a toothpick for the base. Now, you may have received supplies for today's activity in a grab-and-go kit available at select CLP locations. Your adult can call 412-622-3114 to learn more about these kits. But if you don't have a kit, that is okay. Just remember to ask your adult before you use any materials at home. So you will first need a toothpick. Now, I'm going to use washi tape, because what we're going to do is wind around the toothpick. You could also use strips of paper, and you want to cut your strips of paper to about a 1/2 inch thick. And it doesn't have to be colored paper. It could be newspaper or scrap paper. You just need some strips of paper, because what we're going to do is wind this around our toothpick very, very tightly, okay? And then you're also gonna need some tape to secure it at the end if you're not already, whoops, I just dropped my toothpick. If you're not already using the washi tape which already has adhesive on it. So The winding's gonna take a little bit of time because we're gonna need some heft to balance the top when it's spinning, and make sure you do it pretty tight too. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, that took a long time. Here's my finished top, and you can see all the different layers of paper and tape. So I ended up using paper and tape. It was not easy. Not only did it take a long time, I found it difficult to really secure the paper on there tightly. So it's not very tight. I tried adding some tape on either end to kind of keep this spool of tape and paper in the center, and I have to be honest, it doesn't spin that well either, but I was thinking that if I had more time, I would try to add another similarly thick piece of paper and tape here and see. I also was trying it on different sides to see if maybe it spun better with the heavier side on the top or the heavier side on the bottom. So let's see, here we go. Yeah, it keeps falling over. So whoops. It is not very well balanced, that's for sure. So my first attempt was not very good. Whoops. But it's all about experimenting and making something with things that you have at home. So give it your best shot. See how long you can get it to spin for. I think I got it to spin before I turned the camera on for maybe 1 second. And like I said, you could add more tape, take away tape, see if that makes any difference. Maybe I didn't wind it tight enough. I'm not sure. But first top, I don't think I get a very good grade on that. Oh, see, that was maybe 1 second. So maybe I think having the thickness on the bottom is maybe the best thing to do. Give it a shot and let me know how it turns out. All right, so for our second top today, we are going to cut a circle out of cardstock. So cardstock is the type of cardboard that you find on a cereal box. I cut this out from a cereal box, or a tissue box, or some other type of food that you probably have in your kitchen. So if you have something in your recycling that is already going to be recycled, I recommend that you use that, because you want this top to be a little bit thicker. So you're gonna need to have cardstock rather than regular paper. You're gonna want the diameter of your circle to be about 6 inches, so about 1/2 of a foot. So there's a couple different ways that you can make your circle. I happen to find a roll of paper towels that is exactly 6 inches in diameter. So you could circle this if you have something that's 6 inches, or if you have a compass, you could also use that to make your circle. So either way, you're gonna need a 6-inch circle. And then once you're finished with that and you cut it out, you can decorate it. Okay, here is my finished colored in circle. So when you're finished decorating your circle, the next thing we're gonna do is make our spindle. So all you need for that is just a regular paper clip, but you're going to need to unbend it slightly. So what you wanna do is, I've already done it. I'm gonna have to try to remember now. I think you bend this part down, let's see. And then you want this one to go out. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, so then we are going to insert it into right into the center of our circle. Make sure that you don't get your finger in the way. There we go. Because basically this is gonna act as your holder to spin it. Actually, I think I did this wrong. Because what I wanna do is have this, I'm gonna bend this arm underneath. Yeah, there we go. So that's holding it. So you can see that I bent this arm right here underneath. Let's see if that works a little bit better. It's not quite balanced though, is it? See if I can adjust this a little bit. Luckily, you can bend a paper clip very easily. Okay, so I ended up adding some tape under here to hold it in place. So that is helping a little bit. But I'm wondering if we add something to the top of it to maybe balance it. So if you have some coins at home, I have a bag full of pennies here. You don't have to use pennies though, you could use any coin, but just make sure they're all the same because you don't want them to be different weights. So grab your tape and tape your pennies on to the top and the bottom and then each side. And we'll try it again, see if it spins any better. Okay, let's give it a shot. Yep, does not want to stay up. You know why? It's partially because the bottom was bent too much. I think that I'm going to have to secure this bottom part a little bit more to get it to balance and get it to stand up straight. So let me know how it goes for you at home. Again, this is all about experimentation and, you know, using found objects that you have at home. So pretty cool top that you could continue to kind of play with. I think the problem is that it's not staying up. So I think it would spin, but the paper clip itself is not strongly attached to the disc. So when I spin it, it's not staying up. I wonder even if I added a second paper clip, if that would work. Yep. Well, I will have to fidget with it and see, but let me know how it goes for you at home. Research shows that all children, but especially children who are among historically underrepresented groups, thrive when they regularly see positive reflections of themselves in media, including books. Seeing yourself validates your experiences, it humanizes you, it makes you feel seen. And when children don't see themselves, they can develop negative opinions of themselves and have low self-esteem. Reading diverse books allows children to feel worthy, and it also gives them a glimpse into another person's life. Children need unlimited inspiration to discover who and what they want to be. Today, I'd like to recommend this picture book, called The Hula Hoopin' Queen, written by Thelma Lynne Godin. It is a story of community and friendship brought together by a birthday party and some good old-fashioned competition. And the illustrations are great. So you can order a copy of this book to pick up at your favorite neighborhood location, or you can check out on YouTube. There's a read aloud version of it read by none other than Miss Oprah Winfrey, which I recommend as well. So for today's extension websites, I'd like to recommend two websites. The first one is the Museum of Science and Industry in Boston, and the second website is the Smithsonian Institute of Science Education. So the Science at Home section of the Boston Museum of Science has a ton of activities, perfect for doing at home this summer. I found the ideas for the spinners on their website. And on the Smithsonian website, you can find lots of games, and they explore all different types of science: physical science, life science, earth science, and there's a really cool simulator for weather systems that I think would be really cool for older kids. Thank you again for joining me for Kids Club at Home. Tag at Carnegie Library to share a picture of what you made today, and of course I encourage you to keep an eye out for grab and go kits at your favorite library. And also don't forget to sign up for summer reading and track what you read, #Pittsburgh Reads 5. I will see you soon. Thanks.